Hello again, VC. This is Steve here with more of his recent finds. This may prove to be the most controversial video I'll ever probably put out, and this is probably concerning with some of the finds I've picked up. Just to remind you that it was a charity shop and a big donation from a record store to the charity shop I worked, and I just managed to pick up quite a lot of records from there. A lot of it cheesy pop. Some of it relevant, some of it you think, oh God, you're losing the plot here. I know the Kylie Minogue went down as well as the Titanic. So here you go, and the Milli Vanilli. So here goes. So this is another batch. So first up, now as I said, the St Giles closed, and there were a couple of records that they had that didn't have covers on. In fact, they didn't have anything. It was just the record, so somehow the covers got detached. So the records weren't in great nick, but I think they could have been salvaged and cleaned. And one such album is John Cale's The Academy in Peril on Reprise. Let's see if you can see that. As you can see, not the greatest. It's been sort of allowed to keep, and they let me have it for 30p, which was very generous of them. It only does stick a couple of times. It's an unusual album. It's a very classical based album, John Cale. I think it might have been from 1972. So it might have been his second, I believe it's his second album he brought out. So yeah, I was happy to have that. Yeah, it's good. It's not a bad album. Makes me want to explore more John Cale. I've obviously only really know him from his works with Velvet Underground. I know he's produced some albums. Squee's debut album, one such album he's produced. Okay, Carpenters. This is Horizon. Again, let me have it for 50p. It's got Solitaire Only Yesterday on it. Please, Mr. Postman. It's quite it's not a long album. I think this came out looking at 74, and yeah, I'm pleased I got that album. Yeah. Yes, as I mentioned a couple of videos ago about the Carpenters. Yes, cheese, but good cheese. So I'm so pleased with that. I managed to pick up a copy of the 74, 78 singles, the embossed gold label. Yeah, it's got all the stuff, but I'm glad because it's got Calling Occupants of Interplanetary Craft, which finished the album. So yeah, happy with that. From 1978, Clout Substitute. Now, Clout was a band from South Africa. They got hit #1 single in the UK with Substitute, said title track. Good song. It's an all-female band, as you can see. In a soft rock vein. Never followed it up. The follow-up single was Since You've Been Gone, which following year Rainbow took, written by Russ Ballard, they took it to the top 10. Yeah, a good, not a bad album. Yeah, it's not offensive, not the worst album you'll ever hear. Not bad at all. This came into Oxfam. I'm pleased to pick this up. It's Crusaders Street Life. I remember the title track featuring Randy Crawford on vocals. So sort of, in a sense, it's sort of like a little bit of jazz in my collection. Very much of a surprise hit. The actual track on the album is about 11 minutes long. And it was an introduction to Randy Crawford. I think Randy Crawford came out of it well because she went on to have a couple more songs, hit singles. One Day I'll Fly Away is the one that comes to mind at the moment. Yeah, very pleased I picked that album up. Another staple of charity shops is Dr. Hook's Greatest Hits, and as it was only going for a few pennies, I thought I'll have it. I don't mind paying a few pennies for some, but some of the charity shops I've seen are looking for 3 or 4 quid for it. I'm thinking, no way. It's got Sylvia's Mother on, which I like. If Not You is another favourite of mine. There's quite a lot of stuff on here I like. Some of it's a bit, obviously When You Love With Beautiful Woman's the big single, which I think was #1 in the UK, and I think it was top 10. It may have been #1 in the States as well. I like the humour of Everyone's making it big but me, and cover of Rolling Stone. Um, yeah, it's not some good stuff on there. Yeah, you can always do the ironing to the stuff you don't like. So pleased to get some Dylan, because I'm a bit low on that. New Morning again for £1, plays well. It's got If Not For You, which George Harrison covered on his All Things Must Pass album. Also, Olivia Newton-John covered it, and dare I say it, my favourite version of it. I just love the slide guitar in it. Yeah, and it's good out. It's it's come out in 1970. He just started to come. He disappeared for a bit while after his motorcycle accident. So he started to come back out a little bit. Really good. Al Cooper plays on it. Charlie Daniels on electric bass. Yeah, I like it. Produced by Bob Johnson. Album which I really am pleased I've picked up. Again, this was only £1. It's Bob Dylan and the Band, recorded before the flood, recorded live in concerts. This came out on the Island record label. This is on the Island label, which was a surprise to me. There you go. And I always associate Dylan with CBS or Columbia, and the band also. Neither of them were Island recording artists. Great album. It's got here, Lay Lady Lay, Rainy Day Woman, Knocking at Heaven's Door, and then you got the band doing Up on Cripple Creek, I Shall Be Released, The Night They Drove Dixie Down, The Weight, Don't Think Twice, It's Alright, Just Like a Woman. Oh yeah, Along the Watchtower, Like a Rolling Stone, Blowing in the Wind. It's got, it's a greatest hits line, and all the better for it. Band that really were big in 83, 84, Flying Pickets, and their album Lost Boys. Flying Pickets, a cappella band, were basically jobbing actors that were met up at a workshop they did, and just to keep themselves amused, they started singing, and they found they all had different voices and they worked well harmony-wise, so they started to supplement their income by gigging, and they made a few appearances on television, and they recorded a couple of songs. Big song, it was Only You, which was the Christmas #1 in 1983, and followed that with Young and in Love. The problem they had was they were very left-wing politics, and in 1984 the miners' strike started, and by the band's admission, because they played a lot of benefits, for the striking miners, they found themselves sort of ostracised, and in fact some record stores wouldn't even stop the album because of it, because it got nasty. It sort of really divided opinion in the UK at that time, and yes, this career sort of dropped off. They're still going, and there is a version of them still going, but I don't think any originals are still in there now. Quick slurp. Focus live at the Rainbow. This it plays. There is supposed to be 3 parts. The cover's in really bad state. In fact, I've only got one bit of there. It's supposed to be a 3-part to it. I've got no photo of Jan Ackerman and Tees Van Leer, but the album's good. You've got on Focus 3 questions, answers, answers. Focus 2, and then side 2 you got Eruption, Hocus Pocus, Sylvia, and you can finish off with the last bit of Hocus Pocus. This is when Focus was at their peak in the UK. Great, a good live album. Right, this is where it gets a little bit controversial. A couple of videos ago I showed some singles, and I just pointed the singles for the artist. Their artist is Gary Glitter. Gary Glitter, if you're not aware, from the more my overseas viewers, he's currently serving a prison sentence for child molesting, child abuse, heinous crime, and he deserves all the punishment he gets. Having said that, I watch American sports a lot, and I'm forever hearing Rock and Roll Part 2 being played, particularly on college bands. I mean, it's dropped off a little bit. And it's difficult. This is a difficult one. Because I did and ah about this at the time. These were donated to Oxfam. There was no way Oxfam were ever going to sell these records. We'd have customer complaints. He's rightly reviled as an evil man. Having said that, one of the best concerts I ever saw was his gang show in 1993. And he did give a lot of people a lot of pleasure at that time. So, after much thought, I did pick up those records. There were quite a few albums. So, this is where he recorded with Girls' School. This is Money Girls' School, and they did a version of Leader of the Gang I Am. This is Remember Me This Way. This is a live album, which was to accompany a film that he did. This is an awful album, Silver Star. He's come back, and it was like disco. He had a revival in the 80s. This was the first single, the top 30 single. Then he had the big Christmas hit later that year, which he did the album, came from the album Boys Will Be Boys. Then another single, Love Comes. And finally, he tried to do Rock and Roll again, parts 5, 3 and 6. That's where 4 went to. And I have a colleague at work. We've discussed about people, your Rolf Harrises of this world, who are in jail because of historic charges. And once he says that, you know, we've been asked to airbrush things from history, and in a way I do slightly agree. However, you know, the guy is lucky to be alive because he was caught in Vietnam and they were going to have him up in a firing squad, and he paid the victims' family money, and they said because he paid them enough, they requested clemency. I don't know if I'm going to keep him or not. I'll be interested to see what other people think about it. So leave your comments there. I'll end the video on that note. Sorry it ends on a bit of a somber note. You enjoy yourselves. Keep listening to the music. And take care of yourself. And feel free to subscribe. Leave a comment. Hit the like or dislike button. Until next time, take care.